greet our friends everywhere with Chapter 19 of This Is My Song, the story of Fanny Crosby. This is another in the series, Stories of Great Christians, and comes to you from the Moody Bible Institute of Chicago.
Birthdays and anniversaries tend to be days of remembering, especially as one grows older. In the year 1902, Fanny Crosby was 83 years old, and she and her beloved husband Van were celebrating their 44th wedding anniversary. As had become traditional, the event was celebrated with their closest friends, Ira Sankey, W.H. Doane, and others. At such a gathering, a stranger might never have guessed that both Fanny and Van were sightless. They entered into every activity with such enthusiasm that their faces shone, even if their eyes were dim. After an evening of good food, good laughter, and good singing, accompanied by the warmest of wishes, the guests went to their homes, leaving Fanny and Van to themselves and to their housekeeper, Bess.
Will you be wanting anything else tonight, man?
As though you hadn't completely outdone yourself to make tonight so beautiful, Bess.
I should say, all that wonderful food.
Well, it's no more than the two of you deserve.
I wish that were true.
This might not be the time to say it, sir.
What is it, Bess?
Well, I don't know how to put it exactly, but, well, I like being in your employ.
That's very sweet, Bess.
We'd be lost without you, and you know it.
Oh, there's lots who could do my job. I know that, but, well, I'm glad it's my job and not theirs. Well, I wish you much happiness and be off to my room.
Thank you again, Bess, so much.
Yes, thank you, Bess. I hope you'll always be as happy to be Fanny's companion.
Good night.
Van?
Yes, my sweet?
I don't know how to ask you.
You sound troubled.
All evening you've been making, well, strange remarks.
Strange? How?
Well, remembering exactly how long we'd been married. That's not like you.
Oh, someone probably mentioned it to me today.
And not wanting any cake tonight after supper.
Well, I told you I was stuffed beyond the telling.
Bess has mentioned that your appetite has been poor for the last few weeks.
Bess is sometimes an alarmist.
I don't think so. And then tonight, when they wished us many more years of happiness, you said we would have them if God wills it.
And what could be wrong with that?
It wasn't what you said, Van. It was how you said it. Van, please be honest with me.
What about?
Are you, well, feeling well?
My dear, at the moment I couldn't feel happier. I have a life of great usefulness. I have a wife who is loved by everyone she meets, talented, beautiful.
Beautiful. You've never used that word to describe me before.
It is strange when you think of it, isn't it, Fanny? We've been married 44 years, and we've never seen each other.
You see, that's what I mean. Tonight you seem to be saying a great many things that do not sound like you.
But we shall see each other someday, shan't we, Fanny? Someday in his blessed presence. I'll look over, and there you'll be.
Van, please.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, my dear. In a way, you're right about tonight. My thoughts keep wandering. Let's just sit here together for a little bit before going to bed. I want to keep you right here for a little while longer.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you. I heard the piano.
That's all right, Bess. My eccentric husband has decided to favor me with a concert by moonlight.
There is a moon tonight, isn't there, Bess?
Oh, yes, sir, there is. A fine big one.
Good. That's the only way the Moonlight Sonata should be heard.
See what I mean, Bess? He's incorrigible.
Well, as long as everything's all right. It just seemed a bit late for piano concerts.
Nonsense. Good music is good music any time.
Don't pay any attention to him, Bess. I'll try to get him to bed soon.
Well, I'll be going up now. Good night.
Good night again, Bess.
Good night.
Van, you really are a dear.
I owe it all to my piano teacher.
This was the most beautiful anniversary present anyone could have. This moonlight concert.
I'm glad. Life should be full of good memories.
Mine is, because of you.
Because of Jesus Christ, Fanny.
You've been his instrument more than you realize.
I hope that's true.
It is. I've been the most fortunate woman in the world.
He's been good to both of us.
When I was first a Christian, I used to listen to elderly Christian speakers tell about how glorious a whole lifetime with Christ could be. But I suppose it was my age. I really wondered how genuine their expressions were. I used to wonder whether it didn't get, I don't know, boring, reading the same scripture over and over, singing the same hymns, hearing the same words.
And has it been?
Hardly. Growing older with Jesus has been, in a way, like growing older with you. I've never tired of you, my dearest. And I still discover things about you.
Oh?
Yes, like tonight.
Tonight?
Here we are, in our 80s, acting like two lovesick youngsters. And it's at your instigation. You just wouldn't let us go to sleep. You've been resisting our going upstairs to bed just to be with me, to play these beautiful pieces for me. Oh, Van.
I want tonight to be beautiful in your memory, Fanny.
Then you have what you want, Van, dearest. I can't remember a more beautiful one.
I'm coming. Shh, I'm coming. Oh, Mr. Sankey, are you trying to wake the dead?
I'm sorry, Bess. I know it's early in the morning, but I had such a strange feeling. I had to know.
You had to know what?
Is Van... I mean, how are Fanny and Van?
Well, they're sleeping like babies the last time I knew. But since your door pounding, that might be a different story.
Sleeping. Oh, good.
If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Sankey, you look like you could use a little sleep yourself.
I had a troublesome night.
Oh, I hope it wasn't my cooking.
Oh, no, not at all. It was all very fine last night.
I'd ask you in, but if they're still sleeping, I'd hate to wake them. They were up pretty late last night.
Oh?
Oh, yes, that Mr. Van Alstyne, acting like a lovesick puppy. I probably shouldn't be telling you all this, but do you know he stayed up well past midnight playing Miss Van Alstyne's favorite piano pieces? Oh, it was lovely to see.
I'm glad to hear it. Well, I'd better be running along.
Shall I tell him you stopped by? Is there a message?
No, that's all right. I'll be seeing them soon enough.
All right, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Bess.
Bess?
Oh, he did wake him. I'm sorry for all the racket, Miss Van Alstyne.
Who was it?
Oh, just Mr. Sankey. He said there was no message.
It seems late. What time is it?
Just a little after 9.
Is it really that late? We'd better be getting up.
Now, don't you go fretting about the time, Miss Van Alstyne. You need the rest.
I won't hear of it. Imagine, after 9. Van, dear, it's time to rise and shine. Van! Oh, no. Van!
What's the trouble?
Van!
I came as soon as I could.
I'm glad to see you, Mr. Bigelow.
How is Fanny?
She's quieted some now.
It must have been a terrible shock, finding him like that.
The doctor said it happened sometime during the night.
Where is she? May I see her?
She's up there. She won't leave his poor dead side.
I can hardly believe it. Fan, dead. Poor Fanny.
Maybe you can say something to help her, Mr. Bigelow.
I doubt it, Bess. What could I say that Fanny doesn't already know? She and Van were so close. Fanny?
Hello, Mr. Bigelow.
Fanny, what is there to say?
I know.
Safe in the arms of Jesus, safe on his gentle breast, there by his love o'ershadowed, sweetly my soul shall rest. Those are your words, Fanny. Words that have helped many in just such a time as this.
I know. Van is safe. I know that God will see me through this time.
Of course he will, Fanny.
We both knew that sooner or later...
Van's was a full and a long life.
I am not resentful. I accept the will of God. But, oh, how I'll miss my Van.
And so we conclude Chapter 19 of This Is My Song, the story of Fanny Crosby. This is another in the series, Stories of Great Christians, and comes to you from the radio studios of the Moody Bible Institute of Chicago.